I am so tired of the kids. There we go. I sound very gravelly today. I sound great. I love how I sound today. Good day?
Good day.
What is the glass-looking tree thing? One new...
Some newcomer traded in there earlier.
Ah, I see. Quiet day here, or are they all scurrying around trying to get themselves killed in the woods?
They splashed some weird potion onto each other earlier and turned into various things. But that wore off. Apparently there was some kind of sea creature on the beach that kidnapped people and demanded food to return them. Haven't seen them since.
Ah, I see. Sounds about like a very typical day here.
Oh yes.
Have you been busy today with your birthday-versary?
Birthday?
Yes, anniversary of birth.
Well, any sea creatures that were there are no longer there, so I guess it's no longer a problem. Yeah, the basin should be dry, but I need to get some supplies before I do the thing.
I'm sorry, Lawrence. You'll have to fly up the ladder.
John!
Yes.
Just the man I wanted to talk.
I see. Any developments? We should probably go somewhere private. We don't want people overhearing us.
Well, I hope they heard that, but I don't think they did.
Tree crash? Do you not agree?
That was
Oh my god.
Hello, John.
I seem to be a very popular person this afternoon. How can I help you?
I see. Oh, I don't need any help. I was just saying hello.
Oh, okay. Hello. I will be around
And
town.
don't let me get in your way if you're busy.
Oh, I'm not busy. I just need to collect a few things so I can do the tether hide, turning the hides into leather and such. I finally got everything set up. The basins are all dry and should be ready to use. So I will just get some stuff ready for that.
Wonderful.
Speaking of which, if you'll need any leather work or any leather items, just let me know. The only price is you just need to get the leathers for me.
Oh, I appreciate it. I'll let you know if I find anything good.
Alright, thank you. Hello, bird.
Hey.
How are you today?
It's a nice quiet day, bruh. Just enjoying the weather, man.
I do not trust the quiet days. The fact that it's quiet and there's no people here means that they're probably trying to poke the Titan with the shining lights on its head or something of nature. Or maybe releasing another Titan. Yes, you've not seen it flying over the woods or anything. It's a massive gray creature, will smash you to bits, has shining lights on its head, might drag you to a dimension that might make you go mad, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, it came out of a wall, so...
Came out of a what?
Wall, kind of like that wall, but deeper in the woods.
I see. Well, I guess I'll make my walks a little more carefully then.
Are your rings still damaged and you cannot fly, or?
Oh, I could fly. I just like going on walks sometimes, you know? It's nice and slow. Get to enjoy the environment a bit more, you know?
I guess that's true. Absolutely.
But when you're flying, everything, kind of goes by you real quick, you know? Sometimes you just want to stop and enjoy where you're at, you know?
Sir, yes. Well, definitely be careful. There's also the corruption and stuff. If you see the snake fog, the snog, as people are calling it, just make sure you keep positive thoughts, no negative thoughts.
That won't be a problem for me, bro.
That would be true. Is that a full stack of armor?
So if they're trying to do that, like you said, they're trying to make their own projects, right? Hello.
Yeah.
Hello? Who is she? I've not seen her for a while. Or, I guess, this is the first time I've seen her, I guess. This area looks fine, so... I guess there's nothing to do, but, well... let me check the bathhouse, make sure there's no one that No, looks like a very quiet day today. Well, nothing to do but go to the tavern and get drunk and get my tanning solution.
You know,
Um,
Adagio seems to be pretty.
Good day.
It was good to speak with you again. Good day.
I really hope that everyone isn't in the forest getting themselves killed. Please tell me that's not what's happening.
From her archive, assuming that we don't still
I am
have the ones we
unaware if
used
they
before.
are or not. I apologize.
No worries. I wake up late in the day. Bit of a nocturnal old man, so little disconcerting when I see most of the town gone. So just wanting to make sure people aren't going to die on me.
No, that's a fair concern.
Is there anything you'll need?
I'll try. Well, I believe Sir Graces actually is in need of supplies. I myself am well. I'm going to bring him a few things, but it's for the festival. If you have anything to spare for that.
You know, they keep talking about this festival. It will be nice if it actually happens, but if you do need any leather items, I finally got everything finished setting up, so I should be able to start making leathers and leather items from those leathers. So if you need anything, just let me know. The only price is you just need to bring me the leathers needed.
I appreciate that. That is very, very kind of you. Thank you.
Well, there's no currency here, so that might as well be the price, right?
That's fair. Have a good day. I need to do some running around.
You do, ma'am.
Take care. Thank you. Take care.
So there has to be more than past these walls. It's probably too hard. But
Whose birthday is it? Why is there a giant cake? It's his birthday? Okay, well, happy birthday to him, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking we could try. Might be.
Oh, I see. Happy birthday, Lawrence.
It's not my birthday.
I don't want to get complacent.
it's your anniversary birthday.
Anniversary.
Anniversary.
And the birthday.
Well, if you think about it,
Birthday-versary?
if you
Anna
consider this
Birthmas?
place as like
Anniversary.
then it is the birthday of your death.
Birth-a-versimus?
I suppose that would be my death day, wouldn't it?
4th of
Oh
July.
yeah. Okay, then your rebirth day. When you were reborn in Sundial.
I already had one of those.
Oh fuck.
Well, back on topic. Why don't we try exploring outside of this confinement we're in?
I think
that
that's
not
something
be
we're going to have to do.
It's an easier first step than testing the barrier when it's down. If you can come sit, John, just pull up a chair.
Okay, well.
Yes, I need to speak to you too, John.
I seem to be a very, very, very popular man this morning.
Well, you are quite knowledgeable.
Well, thank
Something
you for
to do
taking the
with
burden off
Elliot
my own.
and plans that he wants from you? I don't know.
Oh, God. Okay.
That sounds
I'm not
important.
taking him.
Hold on, that sounds important. Okay. So, the first thing we're talking about is maybe exploring outside of this. Some
Cell.
people call it the cage. Cell. The only place I can think of is climbing over the walls or going through the beach. Which one is more achievable?
Well,
Well,
That's why two groups are making air. I'm making airships. Someone's making ships for the sea.
I
So we
will
have
say
two ways
that
of getting out of here.
me and Saint John tried to go through the beach and go through that passage. There seems to be a magical barrier that prevents you from going forward. I would
you
not be
tried to
surprised
get
if that
barrier.
could be the same.
You get
know,
pushed
many
out,
merfolk-
or is it?
No,
Many
it's
of
just
the
like
merfolk
hitting a
come
wall,
from
but it
outside,
is
right?
invincible. Like we could not
You're right.
go any further than that.
So many of those.
The merfolk.
John, so many of the merfolk have come into town. They have to have come through the beach, so there has to be a pocket where it's open.
Under the water?
That could be true. There
Yes.
could be a spot, maybe
Or maybe the water itself, like a ship.
Plus, we did not try going under the water. We were on the boat and we tried to go through it. But maybe the underwater, you can go through it under the water.
Can we even make
I'm
a
not
ship
gonna ask.
go underwater?
I'm gonna ask Serini. I'll be right back.
I mean, we could.
I don't know.
Could make
You
one
might actually know.
and then build a ship on the other side, maybe.
That would
Could-
be... the mermaids could help with that, but it would take a long time
have
to
some
get
information.
individual supplies.
Some of you might not have. That key was used by smugglers several years ago. I have records of it, but after the rocks collapsed, they stopped using it. Greasus and I have been talking a bit, and we're thinking of reopening that passage completely. Then, perhaps, after opening it, the smugglers, realizing that they can come through again, might come back. Perhaps if they came back, we could ask them a few things.
These smugglers, were they natives like us? Or natives as foreign natives, or were they actual natives?
That's something you'd have to ask Greasus. They were before I was here.
So, if it's just the locks blockading these smugglers, and there were merfolk that came in, the water is the easier possibility to exploring someplace outside. But we have to get
Which-
rid of the locks. How are we going to do that?
I believe it's something we should work on. The rate we're growing within the next 4 years will drain this place of all its resources, whether we have to steal it from the forest or not.
And I'm sure the Fae would not appreciate that. Would be a...
Going by all the ruins, they probably don't want us to expand.
At least in that direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are we going to get rid of the lock? How are we going to build a ship?
I can
got
take
wood.
care of the rocks.
What, with magic?
Dynamite?
Science. Dynamite would simply
hearing
absorb
this.
too much water. It wouldn't do anything. The concussive force of dynamite wouldn't penetrate the water as well. It's very dense. However, I have been creating a small bit of ordnance. Are you familiar with sodium alloy?
I
Pure
believe
sodium.
so, yeah. Yep.
Yes. Well,
Do you know what's in?
Do you have any iodine, or...?
Yes.
well,
Don't
I've already created quite a bit of pure sodium. I have it stashed
All I know
someplace
is how to destroy things.
safe from the reach of unwanted hands. But
Do you have that bottle still?
I believe
I
if
do.
we find a way to deliver it into the ocean, give it a few minutes of protection from the water, allowing it a nice place to settle, I believe that we could remove the rocks with a not insignificant amount of it.
If this ordinance, yes,
I was just gonna say, I still have the jar of pure chaos.
Well, I don't think we want to use chaos in something so measured and
I know your
orderly.
order. I know you're do order magic, so chaos isn't like your thing.
maybe it's good to combine to have a reaction, you know, if like like hot and cold, it goes.
It's fine. I was gonna use the jar.
Yeah, but
anyway
chaos
to
is
make
a little different.
To make my tower.
Your what?
I'm making a tower.
Oh, are you making a princess tower?
I'm making a princess tower.
Oh.
I hired an earth wizard to make a staircase up the cliffside, up to the waterfall.
Well, that's. I guess.
And
you
then
can
I
do
was
that
gonna
on the festival.
And then I was gonna throw the jar of pure chaos at the wall and hope it made a cave.
So I guess we're not using that. So this.
I mean, if we don't,
ordinance-
I mean, I could save it if we need it. I could use something else to make the cave.
Actually, we might be able to use that. Earlier today, Simon, I'm sure you guys are familiar with him, he was carrying around a small red ball. It was pure order energy. It was squishy. Yes. It was just, he just had it. He threw it to me. I caught it. He didn't know what he had, but suppose if we put that into the jar, that could have some disastrous effects as well. Well, at least explosive effects.
But you are going to use the jar, were you not?
I mean, I could do something else. I could just make a cave with void magic pretty easily.
What do you think, John? Do you think we should try to combine these two?
I think it's very bad idea to mix magic with science. They are two opposites, and they can cause disasters. I'm sorry?
Sorry, I was being a shit.
And, well, plus chaos magic, you don't know what's going to happen. Could be that the rocks turn into butterflies, could be that they just disintegrate, or that the entire thing becomes a big stone wall that we have to use more force to try to get rid of, so you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it'd probably be better if I just use void magic on it.
Yeah. This airship, is it also a ship?
Yeah, it's gonna be a big ship. You know, to fit half of the town. It's not gonna be
Well, what-
small.
Whoa. Okay.
It's pretty big.
Well,
Yep.
why don't we use this ship once we clear the debris, as we don't even need to make it air ready, do we not? Just a ship is fine.
Well, I think if we
Well,
get
there
it
are some things that-
seaworthy
Yeah,
first,
there are things that you
then
can
later
see on
we
a
can
ship
upgrade
where
it.
they're on air. Yep. That, and
We start
also there
sea,
might be
then we can
things
take it
that's
to
in the
air.
sky that we have to take out. You know, that a normal ship would not have, like dragons, as an example. How you gonna do that with a normal ship? You have to use an airship.
We have so many magisters, I don't believe a dragon would be an issue. Or at
I'm
least
just saying as
reaching a
an
dragon.
example.
I mean, is there a way to make it like a ship and then have it like fly while in the water?
like glide be faster?
Like, you
Would
can go
reduce
up into
drag.
the air while in the water, or like glide over the water technically, so you're still in the water. Cause I don't know.
I only know ice ships. I don't.
What you're trying to say is have just one ship, but have two different systems, one for air, one for land.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it is a ship. If you just remove the flying part, it should be a ship, no?
It'll just be a normal land ship, yeah.
Exactly. So technically, it's already seaworthy if you have a ship.
It's possible, yeah. But it'll have the wind crystal inside of it to make it fly.
So it sounds like we have both if we need it.
Yes. But we would have to prepare an excursion and learn more about the outside world before leaving. We don't want to leave.
Also, the ship you're describing being big enough for half the town, I don't think we even have enough resources to make that off our hands. Even what we've got in the forest. That'd be an excruciating
Yeah,
amount of
maybe
wood,
it won't be best to bring a whole lot.
as well as all
Just
sorts of
something
magical
small.
components and
Well,
you know,
I mean,
different
you could make a
magical
smaller
ley
ship.
lines would need to be made.
Maybe one the size of.
We'd need crystals.
Could we not
to
just
power
take
all
the
those
crashed
things.
ship and then fix it? There's a crashed ship in the water, is there not?
Just take a
We
rope
could
and
use
make it
that.
fly.
We
could
we
use
Most
gave
of that
that to
water is also
Mochi.
logged.
You'd
You
have to
gave
ask her.
Mochi the entire crashed ship?
Said it was her captain, so we didn't want people, messing with it. And yeah, we signed a paper.
Wait,
It'd be in the
I
archives.
heard it was someone.
At the
I heard it
archive.
was someone else's ship. Right.
A lot of miscommunications. Really need to work on that.
It could
Well,
be the same person's ship.
I believe we'll have a solution to the project communication issue. I haven't announced it officially yet, but Mr. Gold, I'm sure you're all familiar with him, but I've appointed him as town project manager. I believe we'll be working through him, and he'll be posting projects around town, that sort of thing, lists of materials and whatnot. So if you'd like to make a list of what you need and take it to him, and we'll start getting working on that sort of thing as soon as we can.
Oh yeah, I talked to him already. I told him that we have enough to make the ship, the airship. All we need is the schematic to put the crystal on, and then he'll be able to
You
make
have
it.
enough material to make a ship that can carry half the town? Where did you procure this stuff?
Right out there. Not out like
three
right here by
trees?
the wall, but down the tower. Down the tower, we chopped down some trees. Me, Wayne, and Hannah.
How many?
Do you know how many trees it takes to make a boat?
Yes, it takes hundreds.
I would say. Well, we were looking at it as 5 trees that we chopped down, but we chopped down a lot more. I would say about maybe 15.
How long ago? How
You
long
get
ago did
one
you
and
chop
a
The last
four by
time we
four
chopped down
beam
trees.
out of a tree.
How
Well,
long
they
ago
could
did you
just have
chop
I
these
would
trees
say-
down?
materials that they have, but
We
But
have
I
the
think-
actual
A few
logs
weeks back.
itself, and we cut them in, sections. But as far as
Yes,
to actually
when did,
make it,
when did you do this?
we did
About
it
a
like
few weeks
4 or 5
ago.
days ago.
Maybe you missed the posting, but about a week ago I made a posting saying to prevent over logging, we need to start recording that and to present me with paperwork on that.
Hmm.
So
I
Last
believe
time
you've
we
actually
shot a tree, it
you've
turned
now
into
set us
bark.
back on resources. Wood is renewable, however, the overlogging of it damages the ground and the earth, making it less fertile. We're going to have to do some extra work to make the nitrogen in the soil ready to plant more trees.
Right.
well, get back. The ship that you're making, if we could use the ship in the bay that Moi owns title ship to,
Mochi.
we would not have Mochi, sorry. We would be able to save on much more rumblage costs and cutting. And it's already a ship that can carry a good portion of people. We don't need to move the entire half of the town, but people that would be willing to go once information
You could also
is
make
gathered.
trips.
Yes, exactly, trips. I
Okay.
think we talk to the mermaids, open up the way, then the mermaids can tell us information, and maybe they can get smugglers to come. If we can get the smuggler to come in, we can learn more about the outside world. Then we can focus more on the continuation and finishing of the ship.
What you imagine plants
Is
doing
my idea.
in your spare time.
I don't know.
I talked to Serini.
plenty of
I
fucking
think
weird
before we
things
finish the
here.
ship, we'll have
You
to
think a
figure out
plant
how far the
show
ship
you
needs
their-
to be
their
able to
little
get to.
bits
We don't know how
is,
far
the
things
weirdest
are,
thing.
which is why we need the smugglers.
The smugglers
so
could give
we
us
need-
their sea maps and charts and that sort of thing, or at least copy them.
John, you are knowledgeable about information and that kind
What?
of groups, no?
You didn't see that.
I mean, what do you mean?
You once told me that you had groups or knowledge about organizations, correct? You've worked with them before?
Yes, I was a leader of my assassination organization, but yes.
So maybe you and other people could be liaisons to these smugglers. No?
It's going to be a very interesting change of being a liaison to smugglers instead of assassinating them, but sure, I can do that.
Well, if you've dealt with assassins, maybe you, or as an assassin, maybe you've actually, smugglers, so maybe you would have...
Our group took care of very bad people, including smugglers. Mostly the smugglers that, we looked over, if they were smuggling food or medicine to help people or something, but, the ones that were really wicked and evil, we took out, so...
So you would be an asset if these smugglers were secretly bad people.
Well, I mean, I also know how to, get relationships with them in order to get information to, make actions on the target. So if you need me to buddy up with them to develop some kind of business relationship, I can do that.
What do you think, Lauren?
I think if we let Sir Greasus and John here take the leading role in that, I think that would be wonderful. When the time comes.
Do you think you'd need muscle?
I might be an old man, but if they try anything, I'm sure I can take care of myself.
What if you had backup, I mean, you guys have a group, do you not?
The
Oh,
Adventurers
from
Guild?
Adventurers
Yeah.
Guild. Might be able to help you.
Alright.
We also have the knights.
We also have the Order.
Yes.
What was his name? That Moss fellow. He was talking about creating another group. He might be able to help with that, maybe.
Squire.
Yep. He can help.
It might
Really?
be useful for them to know that we made
Yeah,
plan
that's
to
why.
deal with
Let's see
smugglers.
if we can find
so...
Adagio.
I had to get in close with the
Excuse
knights,
me.
so that when I become a princess, they can rescue me.
Do you know where Adagio is?
The library, probably.
Probably in the
Perfect.
archives.
Yeah, downstairs.
I know
think
where
I
that
heard
is.
her go down there.
Downstairs.
So, I think
Let me show you.
the first step, if will you need help making this
This is
ordinance?
at its very surface a nice library.
No, I've been quite successful already.
And as you can see,
However, I
food or drink
might need
within.
help testing some things.
There's also no piss.
Rainier has discovered the white bulbed flowers outside
that
create
is
a
true as well.
sticky sap
That was missing in the
substance.
library.
I'd like to
Oh.
see if I can use that to cover it, so it can
Oh. You
find
mind
its way to
coming with
settle at
me?
the bottom of the ocean
Oh,
before
to
it
this
gets exposed to the
door.
water.
It doesn't
Could this
explode like the
sticky-
mushrooms.
Could this sticky?
Mm.
The mushroom. Okay, first, could this sticky sap also be used to help make the ship? I don't think we
Unfortunately,
have.
I believe the sap dissolves in water.
Oh.
Yes.
And besides,
I was-
I have steel nails that we could use for the ships.
Okay.
You also need some kind of sealant so water doesn't get in.
Well, hopefully the bees are doing their job and making enough wax.
Well, a ship would need a sail. Do we have a sail?
We have leather for that.
John, you've been making
We killed
leather,
the
too.
arrow bear.
Funny you say that. That's why I'm here drinking, because the basins are dried, so I just need the tanning solution to
So
start
if you
making
two
leathers.
could work
I have a few
together on
jars of
making a
urine in the
sail.
tavern if you'd like to use them.
That would be helpful. It
We
will
got
save me
leather
some time,
from
but
a owl bear that appeared in the forest.
not
few
a bad
days ago.
way to
I
get the
didn't
tanning
expect you to-
solution.
So you have the leathers.
I wasn't expecting you to fill
and
up an
he
entire
has
basin
the
yourself,
technique.
so I
if
asked
you
a few
two
little
work
samples.
or groupings work
Oh, I
together,
appreciate that. That
probably
will
have-
save some time.
How
I won't
many
have to
sails
get
does a
as
ship
drunk.
1, 2?
But you will need so
It
much
normally
leathers to
has
make
one.
a
Medium has 2. Large one has 3.
But the ship in the basin,
Perhaps.
do you think it would? How many sails do you think it would need? I mean, that would be a lot of leather.
Assuming how the
think
size
2 or
is,
3.
medium, 2.
2 or 3.
So
That's a medium
I think
size.
leather would be better used for strappage.
right.
rather
It,
than a sail.
you're
Leather is
better
too-
off.
Leather is too heavy for it.
You're better off with cloth. You can do sails with leather, but it makes it heavier. It makes it harder for the wind. You have to have much stronger wind to use it. Yes, cloth would be better.
Yes, if only we had hemp.
where could we get that?
You'd have to grow that.
Yes.
You'd have to grow it.
Unfortunately, I've
What is
never once seen hemp seeds here.
And
Yeah,
there's a particular way you grow hemp.
If we
Can't
were as
just
lucky
grow
as
it out
somebody
and then-
coming in with stems of hemp seeds,
Do you think
that sort of thing.
one of these fey courts I've heard about could possibly have access to it, and we could trade for it?
I could ask Titania.
Are we sure the bird doesn't have any of those seeds?
Oh no, he has different seeds.
I would
That's not
assume.
Opium.
Oh, okay. He's
Yes, those
he's
are
that
those are
kind.
poppy
Okay.
seeds.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
those are-
poppy
yeah.
seeds for muffins.
He seemed a lot more mellow, so figured.
Yeah, I don't
Pepper,
mind
carrot.
asking. I don't mind asking the 2 weirdos.
You're gonna have to be
Yeah.
very more specific.
Oh, Oberon and
Alright.
Titania.
Oberon and Titania.
Oh.
You want to-
I barely
They're-
met them.
they're not-
think I've
I
spoken
met
2 sentences to them.
Tanya. Did I ever tell you about that?
I think they're pretty cool. But, you know.
She was pretending to be you to figure out
Yep.
information about the town.
One of them
She
has
said
a
she
staff
put you-
that it makes funny little noises when it opens and closes.
She said she just took you and put you in the forest and put you to sleep in a safe location.
Cause I had a weird dream where like a pink bunny came and stole her from her home.
I don't know if
That
she
would
was
be
a
it,
bunny,
yeah.
but she was pink.
She is a bunny, yes.
She is a bunny.
There are a lot of
Yeah.
butterflies though.
Possibly,
Yeah,
we would have to hope these two Fae may have access to hemp, you say?
Hemp.
That we could,
Yeah,
we
hemp.
could grow. Okay, so
Yeah.
remember, it grows very differently. The others.
so
What do you mean
say
it
that-
grows very differently? Yeah, I can
Like
ask her.
it's
Nice, thank you.
need kind of like a greenhouse, moisture stuff. You
Oh,
plant
we
it in
might
dry
need a
air.
summer. So we need a summer court.
Probably would be
Possibly.
better.
You may have to make
Because
like
it's
a tent
subtropical plant.
to keep the plants in.
It's a summer. It's more of a
Have we
summer
met the
plant,
summer
shit.
court? I only know the winter one.
No, I was gonna ask the winter one to get me in touch with the
Cause
summer
you're not
one.
meet the summer Korean.
There was a
I could
Fae
ask
from
the
the Summer
spring.
Corp,
I could
but
ask the
they
spring
haven't
court
been
to get me
around
in
in
touch.
weeks.
So, okay. So pushing things back together. The first thing, we're starting two different routes. Making the ship, and the materials needed to get out, and then information. Hello, Hannah. So,
I
Hello.
believe the first thing we should focus on is actually the barrier.
Yeah, the barrier.
I believe the
That makes
first
more
one should be
important
our first
conversation.
priority.
Yes.
Oh, the barrier.
I asked Sereni about the underwater thing. Got here through Storm.
Through a what?
So
Speaking of which,
Storm basically carried her here.
you said that one guy was looking for me.
Elliot. Yep. He said he wants plans before the Fae, the fluctuating Fae took him.
Did he tell you what his plans are? Or did you just tell...
No, he just kept yelling at me that he wants plans, and he didn't tell me what the plan was.
Okay. I'm going to have a talk with him. I need to get him sorted out. Long story. I already told Akko, but it's not the conversation to have out in public. I'm going to look for him
When
and
you
try
do
to
talk
figure
to him,
Yes.
don't
Maybe when I take over the city, I'll
try to be.
motivation to get a meeting with the summer court.
What's the word? Just try to be a little bit more mysterious about it. We're kind of on to him, but we don't really want him knowing
What do you think I am
that we
doing?
know about his plans.
I know all his plans, and I am
Alright.
being very secretive, and that's why I'm not talking about it on a porch with people listening.
After the barrier.
After we check. Yes, after the barrier. Barrier first.
And as a side note, just so you two don't forget, can you work with John about this leather that you've both been working on separately? If you could combine your efforts, we could have much leather, which could be useful for straps, you said? Just before the ship?
Have you seen the dragon pirate guy? I can't ever remember his name. He's got horns,
The pirate
bony
guy?
tail. Yes.
Oh, the spine on his back.
Yes. Pirate, 2 swords, eye patch as well.
I'm not sure. I think he was around for a bit earlier, but I think he went to sleep again.
Okay.
Something about not feeling well.
I saw him a second ago, and then the flux got him, so I'm trying to see if he's returned.
Yes. If he did, I didn't see him pass by.
Thank you. Have you seen
John.
the pirate guy, the with the horns and vine on his back?
Not lately, no.
I never noticed your necklace. Is that new?
I just recently took it out.
Well, I don't want to open up any possible old wounds, so I won't ask any further questions.
It's fine.
Um,
No. I haven't seen him.
Alright, let him know that I am willing to talk to him.
Of course.
Can I speak to you like a few seconds in private?
Sure.
I am letting you know, because I've let Akko know. I've not really filled in a lot of other people in, but I know you're someone that can keep a secret. He's kind of gone a little insane. I don't use that lightly. He thinks the barrier in town protecting us is a poison, and he wants to take it out. With the snog.
No, I did.
He sees the
He
snog.
didn't.
What do you mean?
I think I noticed that notice he once put up.
What notice?
It was taken down rather quickly. And I thought it was saying ramblings, but exactly that. Saying that the snog would set us something, the fog would set us free.
Yes, he truly feels that it is a antidote and that it's going to cure the town, and that the barrier is a poison used to entrap us because we're safe, and since we're safe, we don't want to leave. So I'm letting you know, I am being I'm trying to get more information out of him and exactly what his exact plans are. So he says he has allies, and I don't know how true that is. I would like to hope that no one is silly enough to follow something like that, but I'm just giving you
I
a
know
bit
he's
of
been
warning.
trying to talk to me for a bit. If he says anything, I'll let you know.
Just play along a little bit, be a little make it clear that you'll think about it and that you're maybe... What was that sound? Did you see something?
Somebody peered across the side there.
What did they look like?
Barely got a glimpse of him.
Hopefully they'll keep their mouths shut, or they didn't at least hear what we were specifically talking about. But yes, on that note, just be very careful.
Of course.
Don't say anything that might set him off.
No.
Why is there so many people that's bad at the spycraft? You know, I would have not known anyone was listening had they not made the whole pop sound. Good day.
Good evening. As a forum rather than a posting.
Hello.
Brian,
pinning notes and
you
things.
know Pip. You live with him, do you not?
Well, I know where he is
No.
most of the time.
Wayne, could you tell
You know,
Brian?
I've never seen you and Pip in the same place, actually.
We're looking for him because there's a meeting going on tomorrow, like the second half. Or scheduling the
second hour.
So he's gonna need the Veil Order.
If anyone
to-
of us could inform the gods
Veil Watch.
about this meeting, that'd be really helpful.
Yeah, watch.
Well, a god
Yeah,
did give
I'll be-
me
I'll be-
magic canteen, so I can probably.
I
If
do
you see
have a
him-
message I need to bring to Hannah. Hold on.
Oh.
Apologies for this,
I can
Hannah.
let the gods know.
Are you gonna hit her?
No.
Is this
gonna
private?
slap
Oh, okay.
No, it's not private. I have to deliver you a message that you need to deliver to, I think it's someone. You know how you said you were blessed by the spring court?
You're gonna get down on one knee.
No.
Okay.
How many times was this said? So you need
No,
to go
he's married
find
to
them
the Fae.
and give them this
Oh, that
message.
happens.
Apparently it's very important.
Okay.
Beans, 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 beans.
Did you get?
16 beans.
16 beans.
I don't get it, but okay.
Yes, it's just me dying.
Don't get it. It's Fae. It's the Fae.
Yeah, that's Fae
Beans?
language.
Another.
That's Fae language for sure.
16 beans.
Okay.
You have to say it like that.
Beans,
16
beans,
with
beans,
16
beans,
have
beans,
at least
beans,
16
beans.
beans in there.
Okay.
Bean.
I'm so sorry you got caught up in this, but it's not the worst thing they've had me do.
It's fine. I
Bean,
need to
bean,
maintain
bean,
relationships, so.
Bean, 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 bean,
I hope it's nothing horrible,
bean, bean, bean,
like a Fae conflict, but hey, who knows?
bean, bean, bean.
Wait, did I say 16 beans? Yeah, it was 16.
Wait, was it bean or green bean?
No, it's just beans.
Oh, beans with an S.
Was it?
So it's beans with an
was it-
S.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
beans
was
with
green
an S.
beans 8 times,
Got it.
and you just misheard.
Beans.
No, it was beans.
Green
Beans,
beans,
beans.
green beans.
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 Like
Beans.
chickpeas,
beans.
pinto beans, kidney beans.
Brown beans?
They just
Black
said
beans?
beans.
Refried beans.
I love
on
pre-fried
toast.
beans.
Oh God,
That's good
Oh.
food right
sounds
there.
awful.
Also,
Franken beans.
we're gonna have to grow something, but we have to grow it in a different way. We need to grow
some
hemp.
beans.
Okay, I know how to grow hemp.
You do?
Grows like
Okay.
weed.
Yeah.
I don't even know what
No,
that
no
means.
hemp. Not weeds. We don't want to grow weeds. We want to grow hemp.
No, hemp is technically a weed.
Yeah.
I mean, if
I
it's a
wanna
weed,
grow
then
hemp
it should just
anymore.
grow on its own, should it not?
Yeah, we should just like grow it in concrete or something.
Yes. Wait, what is concrete?
Yeah, I have some hemp
Hey.
seeds. Do you want?
No, we just
Concrete
need
is
to grow
made
some.
from a
I know
combination of
it's
a few
grow
things.
differently. That's on
Different
so
grits
that's concrete.
and
yeah, well,
sediments.
differently than the other one does.
Yes,
That's
that's
the other way
concrete.
Well, the
I
thing
don't
is,
know.
hemp
It's
is
actually
it's
Spanish
extremely
for with crete.
hemp is extremely sturdy
even know what
and a hardy
Spanish is.
plant. That's why it's considered a weed. It can grow almost anywhere.
You should
Oh,
read
okay.
more.
And it's the other one that grows.
Yeah.
I guess.
Though it is very similar to weed.
And he got rusty on his tongue.
Can you grow it that way?
I mean, I've never
I mean,
heard
I
of
have.
Spanish in my life.
What do you think I put in this pipe?
Have you heard Latin before?
Why don't you? Okay. Joel, we have to grow some.
Just La Biblioteca.
Is that Latin?
No, it's Spanish for
Yeah.
go
Can't-
to the library.
You
Learn to read.
I'm learning many
Oh,
languages.
I'll get you some hemp grown. Don't worry.
Because, but I can
Well,
use
that's
it.
fun.
All right, Brian.
What?
You don't know Kazu's language. Never mind.
That was infernal.
Wait,
Well,
what
I
kind of
know
language does
father
Kazu
means
speak?
family.
Oh, you studied. That's so cool.
I remember. Yes.
You remember.
studied Kazu's language?
You remember.
You know Kazu's language?
That's all he remembers.
Hey, Hannah, does
in a sense.
Does your kingdom have different languages?
Would you like a pop
Common
quiz?
is the one we mostly use.
No.
Mm.
I'll do it.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
You haven't been keeping up with your studies, I see.
No, I said donut a lot in a row.
You said donut a lot.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Donut.
Exactly basically what it sounded like. Like donut. Donut.
That's like the only word you know. The donut.
Donut.
So far, I left that window.
I'm working more on the other on Inferno.
I know what Solfara means.
Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Ihre Papiere bitte? Stehen Sie auf?
Ah, wieder.
Andy, why don't you know what they're saying?
Why do
I don't know
have
what
to
they're
know
saying either.
Why don't you know what they're saying?
I don't know.
Don't mages speak in many tongues, or...
Random your Liebe nur hat eine Panzerfaust.
Depends on what kind of mage you are. Do you rely on incantations, or is it just channeling your
I know
mana?
what they're talking about, but I'm not gonna say it. You have to figure it out.
Oh, you know what they're talking about. We'll talk back to them.
Yeah, I had to learn it when I was doing my own airship. When I was driving my airship. No.
Greasus
It's not gonna
has
you.
taught me several phrases in Infernal.
Do you need something, Mr. Nose?
Yes, didn't you want me for something?
Yeah, it all to do with the crack of the barrier.
And I
Unless
take
you
it
talked
that's
to
been
Moyi
resolved.
about it already.
No.
No, not yet.
No. I've not been
Andy
informed
wanted
of
to
anything.
know about it, and so did Moyi. I thought that's why she went over and started talking to you.
Right, yes.
That's what I wanted to say. Is that sufficient?
Yes, I suppose. But, well, I thought
Well,
Andy
Andy's
wanted
right
to...
here. You could tell him about the barrier.
That's kind of rude.
These
Confused
barriers
now.
are not
Quite
on our
rude of you,
plane.
actually.
Well,
Say that openly.
I suppose, but, well,
What did I even say?
only if he's interested.
Oh my god.
Anyway, let's get back on task.
We found a secret barrel
So we should. So the planning of the festival.
You're interested with the barrier? Because he's the one that told me about it.
I am. Come pull up a seat, Mr. Nose. Tell us about the barrier.
Is this the one where... So, I mean, only if you're actually interested. I don't want to bore you regaling my tales of old, etc., etc., of the ancient
Tales of old
times of yesterday.
Yeah. Get on with it.
It's about time.
Okay.
My kitchen is a mess. Somebody made a mess of it.
We're going to host a meeting to prepare for the festival. The festival will have everyone be happy and have happy thoughts and work together, and then that will fix it.
I think I can. I think I can see where you're going with that. I mean, that would certainly help. Oh, you found a book as well.
That said, if the town works together in harmony, the town gets stronger, and so does. What is so funny?
You tell the best jokes.
Don't dislike him.
Well,
it was a book. I can go get you the book.
Well, okay, you can laugh, but it was the town that created the corruption in the first place.
Yes, but getting the idea that
Yeah, I thought the Fae did that.
the town is going to come together and agree on things when we keep having disagreements and fighting, and we can't ever, like, especially with some of the things that I know.
Right, I see, finally, that's the last bit that makes sense, because... Oh, goodness, the corruption was created the last time the town was all together. Oh,
Kind of
goodness.
my point.
Oh.
And there's some people that that are troublemakers, so... Which I need to talk to you in private about sometime.
So, from what I understand... Oh, sorry. Hold on. Is my... Oh, there it is. Yes, from what I understand... the last time... Well, when the fog was created, I believe that was the entire town unified in declaring war on the Fae.
Wait, this happened?
I don't think there was a resolution on that, but I do know that Mochi's captain tried to create a whole situation. She wanted to go to war with the Fae.
I don't know. I'm not going to proceed with.
And me and Akko kind of tried to stem that.
Well,
true story. She openly talked about it right here on the spot, where other people can hear her. That's how I knew about the plot. I just sat down on the pitch down there and I just listened to them. They didn't even try to go somewhere private.
So, well, I think, if anything, that just highlights how important this festival is.
Sir Gracius has been calling in favors for supplies, so I assume he's going to make something. We have the groups, and we're going to have the groups inform each other about a meeting at the second hour tomorrow to finally get everyone to commit to the festival. We'll have a note on the board by Lawrence about it later.
Well, if we can get everyone unified in one idea, that is probably going to be the best bet in, well, resolving whatever that idea is. If we can direct it towards specifically just banishing the snog, the corruption itself, then I think that would be best case scenario. Because
I tried to.
I know it's hard.
Because that was how the last cycle ended.
Get some rest. I'm going to stand up.
From this.
The creation of it.
Fine.
Yes.
Don't.
The snake, the corruption. It was the unified will of Sundial that created the corruption. So someone spearheaded the mayor, the previous mayor of Sundial. He had lost a child to. I can only speculate that he had lost his child to the Fae because, if I understand correctly, the child did something taboo.
I don't want you to interrupt, but when you leave, please use the store over here. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay.
We should probably wrap up soon. It's almost going to be
Yes.
dark.
Please keep going. I want to hear more
Yes.
about this. If you
Well, shortly after this child's death, the father of this child became the mayor of Sundial. And well, there was a storybook that just outlined the whole idea that he was just going around murdering Fae and then coming back to Sundial to commune. And at some point, he and his followers within the town managed to create the fog. And then this tied in with a ledger where this person had actually become mayor shortly after the death of his child, and then not too much longer after that, the ledger itself just stopped. It just was no longer worked on.
Stupid old man. Foolish old man.
So
Alright, I was hiding behind your counter.
and this was from what was it? The author of the horror story was informed all this by someone called Sylvie, who, if I remember hearing, apparently a few people are familiar with that name.
Oh, another H is in the way.
I don't know.
No? Okay. Which I think they were one of the high mages of the last cycle.
So, this just proves that we have to get camaraderie to genuinely flourish in the festival. If there's any instances of troublemakers or people trying to thwart it, then we have to stop it.
He's on my shelf.
Which is why I need to speak to you in private.
So we should probably do now. So.
Yes, well,
Mr. Knows, we are going. Each person that was here is going to tell respective people, groups, about the meeting and the festival. So if you see anyone passing by, just tell them in the second hour, please be around town for a meeting for the festival.
and would that be here or would that be the
The
archive?
last one was over at the watermelon cutter. Is that still here?
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
it's still
So we
here.
can still do it there.
It's still fresh.
There probably then.
What? I've had watermelon. It's quite
No, I
pleasant,
mean that-
actually.
I would believe so, but that's where we're going to have the meeting. Probably. Lawrence is going to have a post for where it will be later.
Yeah, for those who didn't hear or forgot about it, he'll post it either way.
Yes. So, I think it is best that we wrap this up. And, Mr. John.
Thanks for taking the time to share that information.
Yes, it was quite the revelation when I came
Do anyone
across
see
it.
healer? We kind of need you to over by the healer thingy. There's an injured man coming in.
I'll go take care of it.
You are a senior member now, Michael.
Yeah.
You are very trustworthy.
Yes.
But yes, that too. Thank you, Miss. Michael will handle it.
Yeah. I'll let them know.
Yes. Well, I believe there's a few more tales that can be gleaned from the books, but I know that Adagio had a separate tale about something about the statues of power or something like that. I'm not sure. But
no idea.
Yes. Well, I seem to have your story and Adagio's story and my own. If there's any further, if there's any further stories, I'd love to hear them.
Maybe I'll tell you my
Yes.
story at some point.
Okay.
Maybe
Also,
after the meeting tomorrow.
yes. Also, did the leather of that deer, did that get processed at all? Do I owe you anything?
I will be doing that later. The basin's just dried. That's why I was here drinking, getting tanning solution prepared.
Okay.
Lawrence already has 3
I
jars
suppose it
ready.
would take Fair enough. Oh, right, yes, of course. Of course, how could I forget? Alright, well, I shall leave you to it.
We should find a place that people cannot listen in on us.
Yes, I will follow your lead. Usually, back there is a fine place.
Yes. I actually spoke to Akko in the same area, so that works out, actually.
So I take it there is a troublemaker amongst us?
Yes, the dragon pirate thing, the one with the spine on its back, the spiny tail.
Elliot? What is he doing?
He's gone crazy. He thinks the barrier is poison. And he believes the snog. He believes the snog is the antidote. He seriously wants to have the snog destroy the barrier and break it. He wants the tone destroyed because it's a cage. It's trapping, according to him, of course. I do not believe his nonsense, to make it clear. I am only playing along because he says he's got people on his side. He's crazy. I don't know how true that is, but I also know that the captain that was trying to start shit with the Fae, try to start a war with the Fae, she actually got supporters. So I don't know if someone is crazy enough to follow him. So I am playing stupid. I am not actually planning on destroying the town. That would be crazy. I am only going along with his plan so I can see if he does have any supporters. It's important to know he hasn't told everyone about the plan. I don't think the person with the green sword is privy to the, there's people that he's just been, and that might be his allies as well. So, but it's important to know who might be crazy enough to try to follow him to do this. So, I am trying to find that out. He's tasked me to make a potion to make people mean-spirited and angry. I'm assuming that's to... And I wouldn't be surprised if he was trying to get me today to try to get it done before the festival. But he's also crazy. I don't know if he's that clever, but I do know he was trying to get me urgently today, so...
That is quite a mouthful.
The only other person I've told about this is Akko, and she's the only one else that knows about this. Wayne seems to know that Wayne suggested earlier he suspects something, but he doesn't... He also did say out in the open that he did not know of what the plans exactly are. But I do, so... And I am...
It's very foreboding.
If I do give him
With Mr.
anything...
Nose's
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
I can't let that happen.
It didn't help that it intermingles with my history, so...
But if the town finds out what he is doing, will it make them come together, or will it split them apart?
If what he says is true, he does truly have allies, then it will split apart. If what he's saying is bullshit, which might be true, might not be true, I should say, but it might still split. People might still get mad. Think about how the Fae would react if they knew of that news. I don't think many Fae would trust the non-Fae if they knew someone like that was planning something.
Well, if he is caught, it may have to be a town entire effort to get them all agreeing to handle the situation, whatever that may be.
I'm hoping to take care of it silently. In some way, I don't know. That's why I've included you and Akko, because at some point we need to try to figure out a way to get this done silently without the town knowing. With him keeping his mouth shut, preferably.
If he wants a potion to drive people mad, I don't even know if the capabilities or the magics, the rules, will allow that. So, if we gave him a dud, a placebo, then that would have no effect and that would end that portion of his plan.
That was my intention. I think he's not necessarily mad, but something that would drive people to, make them uncomfortable. I think that's what he was going for. Because that may, something that drives irritation but not any damage. Like something that makes you feel severely itchy, or something that makes you feel like it's 100 degrees out, or something like that. People get very angry and upset on hot days, or if they're uncomfortable. But that in itself may not disturb the rules, maybe. But again, I'm not trying to make this happen. I'm just saying that if I was him and I was trying to do this and make it happen, that's the way I would do it. And I'm assuming he's doing the same.
If he gets a potion or the like, he may try to put it in the watering supply. No?
I would such. If I were doing
But-
this and I wanted to get the town to do this, the celebration would be a good point. Drinking, doing the water, you have no way of being able to differentiate that from yourself. Whereas if you do all the alcohol and the drinks, almost everyone will be drinking during the festival, whereas you couldn't be drinking the water.
That's true. That's true.
And those that
But, you
aren't
know-
drinking the water, even if there's a couple of others that are not drinking, it doesn't matter. Most would. So the few that wouldn't matter.
So, I also thought, if he keeps talking about driving people mad by an outside source, what if something has gotten to him and he is being manipulated?
He's mad, but I don't think he's trying to drive others mad. Not in the lack of facilities way. I think they're just trying to anger, frustration, getting people to hit each other, mad at each other, not mad as in crazy.
You don't think possibly something is controlling him or manipulating him?
Oh, that I don't know. It could be that he just snapped and being in isolation here and being trapped here could be a strain on many people, and he could have just lost his facilities. But or that Titan, there's not many that would see that and stay sane. There are many that would go insane seeing that.
With your knowledge on information gathering, what if we went about this differently? What if we told everyone but him? And then they all go along with it.
It would be a gamble. Because we would have to assume that everyone would be okay with the fact that this man is trying to drive people crazy. And it's back to the situation if it's going to drive the town apart. If there's even one person that starts dissenting, other people might agree and it drives the town apart. If someone in the church, maybe even the leader of the church, gets upset about this, then their entire organization might follow the leader. And then from there, groups that are not happy with them, and it just starts fighting. So, if you want to do that, I would be behind you, but just keep in mind, it's a gamble.
No, we don't want to risk a gamble that we don't have a for sure chance of succeeding. It's just a thought, but we at least have your placebo potion idea, and if Michael is his friend, I want to trust Michael, but he's been going along with the creation of this airship. I don't know if he's also would go along with whatever concoction this Elliot is planning.
I can do a little digging and see if he's on his side or not.
I think that is good, but I do think he also has a loud mouth, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Just in this instance, it's not what we want.
All right. Exactly. You're kind of seeing why I've only told you and Akko.
Well, we could tell the court reps, could we not? They could handle it too, if it got out of hand. If we fear the Fey courts seeing this unfavorably, if it does happen, if we let them know ahead of time that we wish to cooperate with them. If this winter one seems nice from what I've heard and I've talked to her, I don't know about the others, but
You mean
if
Shiva?
we got on this, yes, if we got on the side of this Shiva and got her with us, and she acknowledges that we want to coexist, that would at least show influence to the other courts.
I think that's a good idea.
Most of the time.
Shiva is very reasonable. I've talked to her before. Very.
And if it does get bad, these court reps are far more knowledgeable, resourceful, and stronger than we can possibly imagine, at least this Shiva. I've heard she's very strong.
Right.
And probably has good backing. So, if it gets out of hand, we would have her backup.
It would also be beneficial to at least have one Fae in on this. Right now, it's you, me, and Akko. All three of us are not Fae.
If we are to do this, I think we have to prepare a sort of deal or gift to her to show our good tidings.
I agree.
I only have relations experience with noble courts. This is similar in essence, but this is the backwards dealings, which I never had a hand in.
Right.
So I think if we are to tell Shiva, which is what I think we should do, I think we have to prepare something for her. So if we know someone close to her, we can talk to them to get knowledge of what she likes. From there, we can get it, if possible, and then come to her with the knowledge.
I see.
Because if you appease someone's gullet, or metaphorical gullet, they will be easier to bring them over.
Well, I think she would appreciate us informing her of a threat that might affect not only the town, but affect the Fae as well. But it would be good to give her a gift as well, mini Fae, like that in exchange of things.
Okay, you take the side of Elliot's crew. I will take the side of Shiva. I've spoken to her briefly, and she thinks she might have accidentally almost killed me in the pyramid, so that might work in my favor for getting knowledge of something she likes.
Oh yes, I would imagine she feels very horrible about it. I used to tease her quite a bit about, when she was going on her kick of, get out of get out of here, and it's like, oh well, as soon as you find a way home, my ass is the first one out the door. She started legitimately feeling bad that she hasn't found a way home, so I stopped teasing her about it. So, considering you almost dying is a little bit more significant than me just simply going home, I would say that's probably a little good that you're heading that side of things.
Excellent. Okay. Then this is where we shall end the discussion for now, as the time is ticking. So we
Yes.
still have the festival and meeting and the plans down the way.
Right.
But one step at a time.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
I will inform Akko that you know now what the new plans
You go one
are.
way, I'll go the other.
Yes.
Good speaking with you, Mr. John.
Yes. God damn, I love this RP. Oh, god damn it, headaches.